So we were new to the area and moved into a neighborhood, and I sought out the advice of moms, like most moms do, and one of my dear friends had suggested we come see Dr. McMaster at Alpharetta Children's Dentistry in Johns Creek. And when I was trying to make that decision for my kids, it was so important to us for them to be comfortable and want to come to the dentist. We didn't want it to be something where we would have to drag them every 6 months to get their teeth cleaned. And you know, we put a lot of thought into it. I did call and interview several dentists, and when I spoke with Alpharetta Children's Dentistry, I just felt like everybody was in it for the kids and everybody was really warm and friendly, and that was just the big piece for us. Maddie's my nervous child, so she didn't really like the doctor, didn't know what to expect of the dentist, and so when we walked in, we were greeted with a warm smile from the receptionist. They explained what she was going to do before she went back, which is big for her because she wants to kind of know what's coming. She, of course, loved the movies and the video games and that sort of thing, but it was more about the experience she had with the staff that allowed her to be comfortable and just relax and do, you know, what you needed to do in order to get her teeth cleaned, but also have it be a really positive experience. So she was excited when we left and wanted to know when we could come back, and she just felt very comfortable, which was huge for me as a new mom because it's a big decision. And they also are really good about explaining exactly what's going on and what you need, and they don't push procedures that are unnecessary. They're very conservative in their practice, which is something we really look for when we look for medical or dental treatment for our kids. We want somebody who's going to be conservative and be able to provide the treatment necessary, and our kids really are responsive to that. And so, anytime we had any issues, they were always very forthright with, this is probably the best procedure, but we can revisit it in 6 months. It's not something we have to do right now. And so I felt very comfortable in taking their advice and knowing that they were really looking after the best interests of my child. Part of the reason we like Alpharetta Children's Dentistry so much is they create this environment that is just amazing for kids. It's friendly, it's warm, they have videos playing, there's video games, but it's a warm environment. And when you walk through the door, you get an immediate smile. Somebody's greeting you and saying, hey, we're so happy you're here. And that just wasn't my experience growing up. And so when my kids come to the dentist, they get that warmth, and so it allows them to relax and be able to have a successful procedure at the dentist office, and that's huge. I know growing up, that just wasn't the case. Dentist office was someplace where we kind of dreaded to go, and it was cold, and there was nothing for us to do while we waited, and there was nothing to distract us. And the dentist, frankly, wasn't very interested in talking to us or engaging us in any conversation, and so we were nervous, and we were hesitant to go, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. And for my kids, it's definitely a pleasant experience. They look forward to coming. They call it getting their teeth sparkled, and there's no fear, there's no anxiety when they're excited, not just to get out of school, but to actually come to the dentist and get their teeth cleaned.